Auto-tune is one of the most essential pieces to any song in 2024, and today I'm gonna show y'all how to use it. Now when slapping on my auto-tune, the first thing I always go to do first is to set my key, scale, and input type. Starting off with input type, mine is set on low male. This is just set to whatever your voice is like. So like when I do a high voice song, I do alto tenor, but I only usually switch between low male and alto tenor. But if I'm using a lower voice, I'll go low male. This song, for a majority of it, I went low male, but there are some parts where I went higher, but it doesn't really affect it like that. It still sounds good. So for me, this part is on low male. Your key and scale might just be the most important piece of all of this, if not the second most important piece. Now to find your key and scale, if you have Antares AutoTune, what you can do is you can just pull up auto key. With auto key, you could just slap the plugin on whatever insert that your beat is on and then hit listen while it's playing. So this is what that looks like.
They ask if I know I'm the shit, yes sir. Walk with a couple hundred something bands, get shop at the mall. That's regular. Fake as fuck, I'm steady reading niggas like Bud, like a knife. Fresh as fuck off the band, I'm Mr. Clean. That's for sure.
So as y'all can see, B minor, D major. Let's see if that's actually accurate to the song. So it was actually accurate. The reason why I checked that is because sometimes the key and scale might not actually come out right. And if you don't have auto key or Antares AutoTune, you can just go on Google and search like key and scale finder and it'll do the same thing. You'll have the same outcome. But sometimes it does come out incorrect. So if I were you guys, I would just make sure play it with that key and scale on. If it doesn't sound right, you're just gonna have to play with it some, switch it up and see what sounds right. It's not always gonna be correct. The next thing I'll jump to right after setting my input type, my key, and my scale is retune speed. Retune speed is probably the most important part of all of it because this is the main control. This is the main knob. This is what controls how much auto-tune you have on. So the lower the number of auto-tune, so for me it's on 3, that's a good amount of auto-tune. The lower the number, the more auto-tune. So if I were to pull this knob all the way back to like 40, 50 and high numbers like that, that means I have on less auto-tune. Therefore, like I said, the lower the number, the higher the auto-tune. The higher the number, the lower the auto-tune. It's confusing and backwards, I know, don't ask me why. Anyways, I usually keep mine in between 0 and 9 for me personally. If you're a type of artist that doesn't like a lot of auto-tune, you want to pull this down to about 50, maybe even higher than, higher than that. But if you don't like a lot of auto-tune, this is where this next control comes in. Flex tune. Flex tune kind of combats retune speed in a way. So like if you don't like a lot of auto-tune or you feel like the auto-tune is a little overpowering but you want to keep that retune speed, pull up the flex tune knob until it feels right. That's the way I do it. That's the way it's been working for me. That's just the way I like to do it. Therefore, if you want less auto-tune, pull that flex tune knob up. Moving on to Humanize. The Humanize knob, all this does is the longer you hold a note, it'll start to humanize that the vocal out some. But if you don't like that, just keep it on 0. If you do want some of that, I would only recommend putting it up to like somewhere around 36, not anywhere farther than that. Natural vibrato kinda adds that Lil Yachty effect, and I don't like that effect, so I don't use it on my music, but you definitely can use it if you would like to. If you want some, just pull the knob up and you got it. There's another thing I usually do. I'll hit classic mode sometimes just because sometimes that classic auto-tune feel just kind of hits better on certain songs. For this song specifically, I did not use that, so I'm gonna unclick that. For the next thing, Dtune. This is another setting that you also get from auto key. So when you're in auto key, as you can see right here, you see A equals 440 Hertz. Right here, you see Dtune 440 Hertz. Make sure that your Dtune matches the Dtune that's in your auto key. Now for the last step, make sure you have use low latency enabled. If you have on monitoring and you can hear yourself through your headphones while you're talking into your mic and it feels like it's coming in late, make sure you have on use low latency clicked. This is a key part, and if you don't do this, it'll sound like it's coming in late and it's gonna bother you while you're recording. Now with my chosen auto-tune settings on, this is what it all sounds like.
They ask if I know I'm the shit, yes sir. Walk with bands, get shop at the mall. That's regular. Fake as fuck, I'm steady reading niggas like bug, like a knife. Fresh as fuck off the band, I'm Mr. Clean. That's for sure. They wonder why I get so anti-social. They wanna follow back on all my socials, and they don't understand how I got sold out. They tryna understand how to get front row. Nowadays I'm insane, giving niggas middle fingers on God. I done known.
Now with all that being said, y'all, this was a quick little video on how to use auto-tune. If you liked the video and I helped you learn something new, drop a like. If you like this type of content, drop a sub. I drop videos like this weekly. And if you didn't know, this vocal preset was my Solfego vocal preset. Just in case you were interested, it's on my website. The link is in the description. And right now we got a buy two, get one free going on. So if you're interested, go get the preset. And with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.